Thanks again for joining me here on the Modern Dodo's YouTube channel. As a reminder for how everything works in my world, what I do is I send out a daily TikTok video via Instagram, via Twitter, via Facebook that covers really the high-level highlights each day of the sporting events that you don't want to miss. I then produce this video each week to take a little bit more of an in-depth look. And then quite simply, I produce a robust schedule on my website along with channel listings that I release every Sunday night that covers really everything in the sports world for the week ahead. That website is www.themoderndodo.com. So be sure to check it out. I also have some fun with some blog posts and things of that nature. But let's jump right into what you really tuned in for, the schedule of sports for the week ahead. So for the week of February 22nd through the 28th, that's when February ends this week, short month. For the week of February 22nd, it starts off on a Monday night with hockey night, and I couldn't be any more excited because it starts off with my Lightning. It all starts on ESPN Plus at 7 p.m. with the Lightning versus the Hurricanes. Those are two teams atop the NHL standings, and it continues with the Golden Knights versus the Avalanche. If you did not tune in, the Golden Knights versus the Avalanche attempted to play in Lake Tahoe for an outdoor game on Saturday. I think that game started at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and while it was cold enough for ice, the sun came out in a big way, created these giant craters in the ice. They had to delay the game for something like 8 hours and resume at midnight Eastern time on Saturday night. So those teams will get back after it indoors. They're also two of the teams atop the Western Conference standings in the NHL. So that's a big Monday, all on ESPN Plus, starting at 7 o'clock and continuing at 9 o'clock. As we move into Tuesday, it just keeps rolling. Y'all know I'm a big soccer guy. Champions League returns. It will be on CBS All Access. No big CBS game this week, unfortunately. So if you're tuned into CBS All Access, you're going to be treated to Atletico Madrid versus Chelsea on Tuesday. Sorry, that's at 3 o'clock. Also at 3 o'clock, Lazio v Bayern Munich. So take your pick. Atletico's a really good team, so I'm going to watch that matchup versus Chelsea based on the way things are going. Hopefully the new coach will give Pulisic some time. He certainly deserves it, in my opinion. This may seem like a repeat from last week. I promise you it is not. Same as last week. Run it again. Actually, they didn't end up scoring any goals or really even contributing on the score sheet at all. So maybe they'll be due this week. But at 7 p.m. on NBCSN, the Penguins versus the Capitals, Crosby versus Ovechkin. Let's run it right back and get some big results. On Wednesday, the Champions League continues. Once again, CBS All Access. I'm sorry if you don't get that. I'd recommend purchasing it. Atalanta versus Real Madrid, and then Gladbach versus Manchester City. Both those games are at 3 p.m. on Wednesday. Also, running right back, Wednesday, 5 o'clock, ESPN Plus, Hurricanes versus Lightning, take 2. Normally, I would pause here and say, 2 games in 3 nights, we might be due for some fisticuffs. Actually, I did pause. But I'm going to roll right into Thursday because, I'll just keep you waiting here. So on Thursday, the Europa League second leg matches continue. So what that means is actually, for the sake of fairness and everything with the coronavirus, usually they would do home and away for this round of the Europa League. It's actually been neutral site games, and they're doing some things with the scoring in case there's a tie where away goals still count and all that. But it is the second leg, and at 2:55 p.m., there's going to be 7 matches for you to choose from. All second leg matches, all Europa League access, or all Europa League matches, all on CBS All Access. Then there's a second set of games at 3 p.m., this time 8 for you to choose from. Once again on CBS All Access, all second leg. So these games will really be heating up because they'll determine who goes on to the next round. And of course, you can't stake your claim to Champions League next year if you don't go on to the next round this year. So those should be some banner games on Thursday afternoon. Then it really heats up at 7 p.m. on ESPN Plus because, as I teased it in depth, the Lightning and the Hurricanes face off again. So if you're keeping track, and I certainly am, this is back-to-back nights and the third time in 4 days that these two premier NHL teams will be facing off. So there is no doubt in my mind that some bad blood will boil over in this matchup, and I certainly will be tuning in to see exactly how that plays out and exactly how that all materializes. If I'm being really, really honest, as I move into Friday and Saturday, listen, I'm not going to jump on here and produce something that's publicly accessible via my YouTube channel and get on here and lie to you. Friday and Saturday really slow down. The beginning of the week, I think, is amazing, but Friday and Saturday sort of disappoint. So what I wanted to do was provide some really valuable content for you here. So I found a website where it's a company called Parrot Analytics. They produce, I want to say top 10, but it's actually top 9, a little bit weird, the most streaming shows each week. So for last week, which would be a pretty good indicator of what we should watch this week, the top 9 most streaming shows in order. I didn't produce this from 1 to 10 or 1 to 9. Well, I did produce it from 1 to 9. I should do a reverse countdown. But number 1, let's jump right in. The Mandalorian still retains the top spot. That's on Disney Plus. Disney Plus also owns the number 2 spot with WandaVision, which I have not watched yet. So I'm probably going to tune into that this Friday/Saturday night. Netflix jumps in at number 3 with Cobra Kai. They also own the number 4 spot, Stranger Things on Netflix. Going back to Disney Plus at number 5, Star Wars, The Clone Wars. Amazon Prime Video joins the mix at number 6. Something called The Expanse I have not checked out. HBO Max claims the number 7 spot with Titans. Netflix wraps things up with both 8 and 9 with The Crown and with Lucifer. So again, if you're looking at the schedule, and again, I've provided, I think, 3 or 4 sporting events that you can check out on themoderndodo.com. So feel free to check it out. But if you're not intrigued by any of those matchups, I recommend checking out that list of the top 10 or the top 9 streaming shows via Parrot Analytics. But if you really want sports, here it is. That's sort of what I do. Friday at 10 p.m., ESPN, Trailblazers, Lakers. Saturday the 27th, 8:30, ABC, Mavericks, Nets. The NBA owns the 2 top spots, in my opinion, for both Friday and Saturday. But once we get back to Sunday, we get back to sports in a big, big way, and we do it at 7 a.m. on NBCSN, the Premier League. I'm hyped because Arsenal is the 7 a.m. game, and I love early morning soccer. They play Leicester at 7 p.m. on Sunday. Then there's another big one at 11:30, another Premier League matchup, Manchester United versus Chelsea. That game is also on NBCSN. I highly recommend flipping over to ESPN Plus at 2:45 p.m. because depending on what happens today with AC Milan, Inter Milan, Roma, and AC Milan is going to be, well, no matter what, it's going to be a matchup of 2 of the top 5 teams in the Serie A table. That, again, is at 2:45 on ESPN Plus on Sunday. And then later that evening at 8 p.m. on ESPN, the Warriors and the Lakers, not only do they battle each other, but at 9 p.m., they face some external competition because the Golden Globes are on NBC. So no matter what you choose to watch, have a fantastic week ahead. Most importantly, stay safe.